I've told you before how difficult it is in the world, the murky world of politics stroke celebrity, because that's what it is now. When you have to adhere yourself to literally being open to all the mainstream media to explain why you do certain things, the things you do, etc., it's very, very difficult, isn't it? And when you also look at it on the bigger picture, particularly when you've just come into power and you're stating such things, you have to be very careful exactly what you say and what you do, because it's all recorded, photographed, digitized, and can be fed back. But what happens at the beginning of this particular new relationship is this. You see, the mainstream media, who have done their very best to force you into power, don't want to hold you to account because they look stupid. You know, the sort of people I'm talking about. The mainstream left media, particularly over here in the United Kingdom. The reporters from like The Guardian, The Daily Mirror, that sort of stuff. You know, they were all on that plane recently, flying over, of course, free for that particular conference because, well, they're with their new chum. But you see, the backlash has already started and they now don't know what to do. Let me explain. Morning, lovely to see you. Thank you so much for your time. I'll have a quick wave. Are you all right? Yes, lovely to see you. President Biden's having the same problem. There's no two ways about it. And I'm sure in your part of the world, whether you're in France, whether you're in Spain, Germany, beautiful areas around the world, you know, the Philippines, stuff like that, they're all the same, aren't they? Politicians literally can do no right for doing wrong, all that sort of stuff, whichever way around you want to look at it. Now, as you know, we've got a brand new British Prime Minister over here. I still think it should have been Larry the Cat, but there you go. And he is, of course, Keir Starmer, an anti-monarchist who suddenly found monarchy, but now, of course, you know, is a little bit still flippy-floppy, as they all know. Now, basically, we were told last week upon his, success, that his wife, Lady Victoria, was going to continue doing her own thing, wasn't going to be part of the circus of politics. Now, I have to say, previously, Rishi Sunak, the Right Honourable former British Prime Minister, his wife kept a very low profile because she too was successful in her own right. But this is what we were told. That's the Keir Starmer's wife, Lady Victoria. No. She was going to continue with her sterling work in the NHS. Right. 6 days in, literally, basically she was on a private jet, flying across the world to meet the president and, of course, sort out a conference. There was no reason for her to be there at all. Absolutely no reason. What about the patients that she would have had? You know, this is what people are now asking the questions. She works allegedly for the NHS, but suddenly is able to dump these patients that apparently he would never go private for. This is what Keir said, simply because, of course, he would only use the NHS as his wife works for it. Seemingly she could dump them and disappear and fly off halfway around the world. You see how this works. The story behind this story is truly this, and I know I often say this on the show, truly do not believe what you read or even hear from these people. They're, literally lying to your face. Clearly, she fancies certain things. Clearly, she doesn't want to do the schlepping jobs of perhaps going up to Wet Mansfield on a Wednesday to meet voters. But glorious things like flying halfway around the world to meet the President of the United States, all at taxpayers' expense, when she literally has no reason to be there whatsoever, well, that suits her just fine. Patience or no patience, they can still wait, right? Neil Sean in the very heart of London.